Yeah, okay. You continue, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Good evening, children. Welcome back to today's session. So I think 5 minutes late. So no problem. We will continue. So once again, welcome back to today's session. So as we have started yesterday, coordinate geometry part 1, in that completely the basics of the coordinate geometry that we have discussed. This whole ninth class chapter itself is completely based on the basics of the coordinate geometry only. So now today we will continue the remaining part of the class. Let us. So yesterday we have discussed about actually what is plane, what is x-axis, y-axis, origin, and how to plot the points. Up to that we have discussed. Once just we will recollect back one point and we will continue further. Just how to plot a point in the plane, that we will discuss once again, and then we can continue the next class. Let us observe the screen once again. Here is a plane on which a graph sheet was taken, and on that the horizontal reference number line is drawn, which you know that it is x-axis, and the vertical reference number line is called the y-axis. The meeting point of both x and y-axis itself is called the origin. So let us divide this x and y-axis into equal parts. Now I'm going to name positive x-axis. This is 1, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here negative x-axis, that is -1, -2, and -3. Positive y-axis 1, 2, 3. In the same way, negative y-axis -1, -2, and -3. So let us observe. I'm going to take one point first of all. Let us observe here. Here is a point. Now, how to name that point? It is 1 unit away from the y-axis and 2 units away from the x-axis. That can be denoted by 1, 2. Let us observe another point. It is 3 units away from the y-axis and 1 unit from the x-axis, which you can name it as 3, 1. And again, you can observe one more point, that is 2 units away from y-axis and 3 units away from x-axis. So that point can be named as 2, 3. So these all the points, if you observe, those points lie in the quadrant 1. As we discussed yesterday, so in anti-clockwise direction, this is quadrant 1 and quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4 we have named. And now I'm going to show some more points. Let us observe here. Now I have taken a point in quadrant 2. It is 3 units away from the y-axis and 1 unit, and that too it is in the negative direction of x-axis. Therefore, it is -3, 1. Let us observe this point here. It is -2 units away from the x-axis, y-axis, sorry, 2 units away from the x-axis. So it can be denoted as -2, 2. Now, I am going to consider one more point in the same plane, but in the quadrant 3. Let us observe here. So this is the point which it is -2 units or toward the x direction, -2 units toward the y direction. So that can be named as -2, -2. In the same way, this point is -1 units toward the negative x-axis and -3 or 3 units towards negative y-axis. So that point can be named as -1, -3. Now I'm going to do one more point here. No, sorry.
Sir, what happened, sir?
Okay.
Sir, any problem, sir?
Yes. Now we will take one more point in the fourth quadrant. Let us observe that this point is 1 unit towards the x direction or from y-axis and 2 units from x-axis, -2. So 1 -2. In the same way, one more point I'm going to take. This point is 3 units toward the x direction and -3 units toward the y direction. So this will be 3, -3, not -3, 3. This is 3, -3. Likewise, we can plot the points in the plane. So while naming any point, we should be take care, sir. Take care that suppose x comma y is a point we have to play. So this x denotes the distance from y-axis or the distance traveled along the x direction. అంటే x దిశలో x అక్షం దిశలో అది ధనాత్మక x అక్షం దిశ అయినా అవ్వచ్చు, రుణాత్మక x అక్షం దిశ అయినా అవ్వచ్చు. సో x అక్షం దిశలో మనం ప్రయాణించాల్సిన దూరం, లేకపోతే ఆ బిందువు ఎంత దూరంలో ఉంది దాన్నే మనం ఇంకో విధంగా ఎలాగ చెప్పొచ్చు అంటే y అక్షం నుండి దూరం, x దిశలో దూరము లేకపోతే y అక్షం నుంచి లంబ దూరం. y అనేది ఏమవుతుందంటే y అక్షం దిశలో దూరం, అది ధనాత్మక y అక్షమైనా అవ్వచ్చు, రుణాత్మకమైనా అవ్వచ్చు. ఈ y దిశలో దూరం అనేది x అక్షం నుంచి ఎంత దూరంలో ఉంది. సో x, y. Suppose if you can take 2, 3, this point, this is 2 units in the x direction and 3 units in the y direction. Or we can say 2 is 2 units from the y axis and 3 units from the x axis. Like that, we can plot the points in a plane. Now, we will do some exercise. Yesterday, we have started the example problems. Now, I will continue. Here, example 2. Let us observe, children, here. Write the coordinates of the points marked in the graph. Children, let us try it, and it is a simple one, as you have seen now how to name a point. That is, now from this it is very clear that, observe this, I need the answers, you can respond. I will start with P. Observe P here. So what are the coordinates of P? So we have to mention it as x comma y format. While writing x comma y format, x it denotes the distance toward the x direction, y it denotes the distance toward the y direction, or else it can be said in another way that x direction distance is same as distance from y axis, y direction distance is same as distance from x axis. Now let us see the point P here. This point, if you can observe, this is along the x direction, it is 4 units, and along the y direction it is 3 units. So this can be first along the x direction distance we have to mention. So the answer will be 3, 4. So the point P must be 3, 4. In the same way, I want Q. Yes, very good. So many children have already given Shruti, Layavardhan, Shyam, Ashwini, Tarun Sai, Yashwant Kumar, Manikanta. Yes, all they have given the point Q coordinates also. Very good, well done, children. So once again, I am going to explain. So Q, if you can take, Q is nothing but this point along the x direction, 4 units, and that to negative x direction, so that it is -4. Along the y direction, this is -4, and along the y direction, this will be 5 units, positive y axis. Therefore, this point can be named as -4, 5. Yes. Now come to the point R. So who will give the first answer? Children, let us try it. What are the coordinates of R? Let us know.
Side by side,
very good. Harshavardhan.
Okay.
Oh, again, still some more answers are needed. Some are.
Layavardhan
has given the correct answer, but the small mistake regarding x coordinate. Let us check it once. Okay. Yes, children, very good. But even then, no problem. Even if you do mistake also, let us listen once again. So, if you want to know about the coordinates of R along the x direction, this is 2 units, and that to negative x axis, so that R can be named x direction distance, that is -2 units, but it is negative direction. And regarding the y direction, this is -2 and this is -4. So along the y direction, it is 4 units, that to negative direction of y axis, so that it will be -4. So -2, -4 it will be. Yes, children, so many has given the correct answer. G. Yashwant Kumar Royal has given the correct answer. Anil. Yes, children, Shyamala has given the correct answer. And Narsimha Rao Chinta has given the correct answer. Layavardhan, Tala, Arun. Yes, children, good. And that is. Now go for the next one. Simple. These are all are easy questions only. Just we have to get an idea how to locate a point and how to name it. Now go for the yes. Now yes, if you can observe, S is along the x direction, it is 4 units. Observe this. Along the y direction, it is 5 units. But that it is in the negative direction. So this can be written as -5. So now that point can be named as first x direction distance 4, comma next y direction distance, which will be -5. So these are the points. So in the graph, whatever the point that are shown, so these are the coordinates. In this question, it is asked to write the coordinates. While writing coordinates, once again, I am reminding children, first you have to take the x direction, x-axis direction. x అక్షం దిశలో దూరాన్ని ముందు చూడాలి. అది ధనాత్మక x అక్షమా, రుణాత్మక x అక్షమా ఏదైనా అవ్వచ్చు. అలాగే నెక్స్ట్ కామ y అక్షం దిశలో దూరం అంటే పాజిటివ్ y యాక్సిస్ డిస్టెన్స్ అవ్వచ్చు, నెగటివ్ y యాక్సిస్. So then we can write in the format of x comma y. X is the first coordinate and y is the second coordinate. This first coordinate can be renamed as abscissa and ordinate. Pradhama nirupakamu, dvitiya nirupakamu. I think it is clear, and we will move to the next question, children, and those are also easy. Now, so we are moving to the example 3. Write the coordinates of the points marked in the graph. Observe, children, here A, B, C, D, E, like that 5 points are marked. So in the graph itself, let us observe keenly, then it will be clear for you. So if you observe the graph, there are 5 points. So once again, I am going to write the 5 points, and first I will write the 5 points here. What are the 5 points here? A is marked, and B, C, D, and E. Now it is asked to write the coordinates. Now, as we discussed previously, to locate any point, first we have to consider the x direction distance, then followed by y direction distance. X direction distance is same as distance from y axis, and y direction distance is same as distance from x axis. Now I am going to explain the first one, and so many children has given the correct answer, but some are given. Tarun Sai, you have given the wrong answer. No problem. Yes, listen once. And Janaki Zero has given Shruti. Yes, given correct answer. Now observe carefully. A is along the x direction. It is 3 units. Yes, x there. Now this is completely on x axis, and this point lies on x axis. So along the y direction, there is no movement at all. To move to that point, no need of moving along the y direction. That means y direction distance can be taken as 0, since it is on x-axis. From x-axis, the distance itself is 0, so that the y direction distance is 0. So 3, 0 is the point. Now you can. Now what is B? Yes, very good, children. Those so Manikant has given the correct answer, and Ashwini has given the correct answer. And you are right. Yes, DTV Prasadrav has given the correct answer. Govardhan has given the correct answer. Yes, Tarun Sai B has given. Some are giving A also, so no problem. But I am reading the one who is Janaki Zero has given the correct answer. Ramakrishna also. Yes, Tulasi Reddy, BTV Prasad. Yes, very good, children. Naga Jyoti, Govardhan. Yes, children, very good. Now, so if you observe the B is along the x direction too. Since it is on the x-axis, so towards the y direction, there is no movement at all. So that the y direction distance can be considered as 0. So that the value will be, the coordinate will be 2, 0. Now, go for the C. Yes, children, C. I want the answers to C. 1 and 2, A and B completed. Now I need the answers. C is on the negative direction of x-axis. So along the x direction, first how many units, but that it is negative direction, రుణాత్మక x అక్షం కాబట్టి దిశ రుణాత్మక x అక్షం, దూరం 1 యూనిట్ కాబట్టి -1 అని చూపించాలి. And since that point lies on x-axis, there is no need of moving y direction. అంటే y దిశలో మూవ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, ఎందుకంటే అది x అక్షం మీదే ఉంది. ఆ బిందువుని సమీపించాలంటే మనం y దిశలో వెళ్ళాల్సిన పని లేదు కాబట్టి, so that y direction distance I am going to consider as 0. So that point will be considered as -1, 0. Now children, it is your turn. Yes, now you can try for D and E. If you observe D, there will be small not confusion at all, but it is that point itself is given in between -2 and -3. Observe carefully whether it is clear or not. That's why I'm reminding. సో డి అనే బిందువు -2కి -3కి మధ్యలో ఉంది. సో ఇప్పుడు నాకు డి బిందువు యొక్క నిరూపకాలు, ఈ బిందువు యొక్క నిరూపకాలు చెప్పాలి. So children, I'm waiting for your answer. So few have given, but sign is also important since it is, yes, Praveen has given the correct answer, and Kalesha has given the correct answer. Sindhu, yes, good children. Yes, Janaki Zero has given the correct answer. BTV Prasad once again. Yes, Anil, you have given wrong. Check it once. Yes. And Layavardhan has given the correct answer. Anil, yes, now rectified. Yes, good children. So Hazi Wali has given the correct answer. Kalesha Wali has given the correct answer. Mohan has given Nageshwar Rao. Yes, children, very good. So D is located at 2.5 units in the negative direction of x-axis, so that this can be written as, first we have to mention x direction distance, that is -2.5, and since the point itself is on x-axis, there is no need of movement in toward the y direction, so the y direction distance will be considered as 0. Now finally E, as it is easy, -4, 0. Now from this we have to observe some key points. Since A, B, C, D, E, all the points lie on the x-axis. Observe that, all these points. If you observe, so there is only x distance only. That means x direction distance, or x coordinate only. Y coordinate is 0, since that point itself is on the x-axis. So now I want what will be, suppose if you write any point, what is the general format we will write? X comma y. This is for a point which lies anywhere in the plane. Now if you are talking about the point which is on the x-axis, అంటే x అక్షం మీద ఉన్న బిందువు గురించి మాట్లాడాలంటే, దానిని చూపించాలంటే సాధారణ రూపం, జనరల్ ఫార్మ్, how you will write. General form means like x and y, like that. So how you will write means it has some x distance along the x-axis, but on x-axis there is no y distance. Y distance means along the y direction distance, no y distance. That we are saying that it is 0. Therefore any point on the x-axis can be generalized in the same way that x comma 0. అంటే x అక్షం మీద ఉన్న ఏ బిందువునైనా సరే మనం ఏ విధంగా రాయొచ్చు, can be x comma 0. So this is very very important. On x-axis any point can be named as x comma 0. That x, it denotes along the x direction how many units distance, like 3 units, maybe 2 units, -1, -2.5, it will be -4. I think now it is clear for everyone, children, and so many children has responded nicely also. And once again, we keep in mind that if a point lies on x-axis, then its y coordinate must be 0. ఏదైనా ఒక బిందువు x అక్షం మీద గాని ఉన్నట్లయితే దాని యొక్క ద్వితీయ నిరూపకం y నిరూపకం ఎప్పుడు కూడా 0 అవుతుంది, మీరు గమనించాలి. So with this we are concluding this problem, and now we are moving to the next question. Yes children, let us observe this. Now do this is given, among the points given below, some of the points lie on x-axis. Identify them. So here nearly 9 points have given. So out of these 9 points, a few points are lie on x-axis. What are the points that lie on the x-axis? That is the question. So now, as I said now itself, if a point lies on x-axis, definitely it has some x distance, and no doubt at all y distance must be 0. అంటే y ద్వితీయ నిరూపకం 0 అవుతుంది, అదే మీరు గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి. The second coordinate, ordinate of the particular coordinate must be 0. X coordinate may be anything, it may be either it is a 0 or it may be positive value something or negative value. Now from this so first observe 1. So 0, 5. So as I said that this point y coordinate must be 0, so this does not lies on x-axis. Now since the y coordinate is 0, no doubt at all this is, and we know that it is the meeting point of both x and y axis. This is called origin. ఇది x అక్షము y అక్షము కలిసేటటువంటి బిందువు, దీన్నే ఆది బిందువు లేదా మూల బిందువు అంటాం. Come to the third one. Here there is some x distance and y value is 0. As we said that if it lies on x axis, the y coordinate must be 0, so that this point also lies on the x axis. Now minus 5 comma 0. Yes, children, this is y coordinate again 0 and x value is minus 5. It is along the negative x direction 5 unit. So this also lies on x axis. And this is, since y coordinate is not 0, this does not lie. Minus 6 comma 0, as I said previously that y coordinate is 0 and x value is minus 6. So along the x direction, it is negative direction of x axis 6 unit. So this also lies on x axis. 0, since here y value is not 0, we have to keep in mind only y value. So this is not lie on y axis, and this is also not lie, and here y value is 0, this is lie. So out of these all the points, once I am writing 0 comma 0 is the point, and 3 comma 0 and minus 5 comma 0 and minus 6 comma 0 and b comma 0. So these are the points. If you observe each and every point y coordinate ద్వితీయ నిరూపకము, y నిరూపకము లేదా ద్వితీయ నిరూపకము సున్నా అయింది. ద్వితీయ నిరూపకం కానీ సున్నా అయితే ఖచ్చితంగా ఆ బిందువు x అక్షం మీద ఉంటుంది. So these all the points lie on x axis. So in this question it is only asked to identify, that's all. So we have identified out of the 9 points, 5 points lie on the x axis. Yes, yes children. So now we will move to the next question. Observe this one. Now it is your turn again. Write the coordinates of the points marked in the graph. So now if you can observe, there are 5 points p, q, r, s, t. Observe keenly, those are marked on the y axis. So whenever while writing a point coordinates, as I said that x comma y, x itself is x direction distance and y itself is y direction distance. So to arrive this point, for example, I am going to explain first one once again. Why? Because it is a new one, that's why I am explaining. R, it is on y axis. If we want to arrive point, or if we want to locate this point from origin along the x direction, there is no distance to be covered. అంటే x అక్షం దిశలో రుణాత్మకంగా కానీ ధనాత్మకంగా కానీ ఎందులోనూ కూడా మనం అయితే మన r అనే పాయింట్ ని రీచ్ అవ్వలేము. So if you want to reach, we have to move along the y direction only. Why? Because if it is somewhere in the plane, then along the x direction we have to move along the y direction. But these points, particular points, lie on the y axis. So x direction distance must be 0. So you have to keep in mind that one. So now I am writing 1. X distance is 0 and y distance anyway 1 unit. So this point can be named as 0 comma 1. Now children, you can give your answers. Simply p, q, r, s, t like that. I have given r. For you 4 points are left. P is left, q, yes, and t. So you can give the answer. First of all, I am asking p. So p is given by Hasivali has given and Ashwini Dasri has given the answer. And Nagalakshmi, Divya Srinita has given the answer. Ashwini, yes, once again. Arun has given the correct answer. Yes, children. 01 is yes, I already said that is 0 comma 3.5. Well done. Some point, that is some children has given, it is scrolled also. No, Dharmavaram something, yes. Yashwant Kumar, Shekhar, yes, children, very good. Yashwant Kumar Royal has given the correct answer. Nagas Jyoti has given the correct answer. Tarun Sai has also given the correct answer. Arif Sonu has given the correct answer. Anil has given the correct answer. Yes, children, very good, very good. So I'm going to, without wasting the time, I'm going to explain. So I will start with P. So since it is on y-axis, there is no need of movement along the x direction, either in positive direction of x-axis or in the negative direction of x-axis. x అక్షం యొక్క ధనాత్మక దిశలోనైనా y అక్షం యొక్క ధనాత్మక x అక్షం యొక్క రుణాత్మక దిశలోనైనా సరే ఈ పాయింట్ ని మనం రీచ్ అవ్వాలంటే మూవ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. సో x దిశలో ప్రయాణించాల్సిన దూరం 0, y దిశలోనే వెళ్ళాలి. సో y దిశలో ఎన్ని యూనిట్లు? పాజిటివ్ డైరెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ y యాక్సిస్, సో 5 యూనిట్. సో 0, 5. So the point P is now Q. You can observe. So again, this point lies on y-axis. X direction distance is 0. This Q is exactly lie between 3 and 4. That means this coordinate is 3.5. So the point will be 3. Q is 0, 3.5. Now yes, if you observe, the point S is located on the negative direction of y-axis. అంటే రుణాత్మక y-అక్షం దిశలో ఉంది. సో x-అక్షం దిశలో మనం ప్రయాణించాల్సిన దూరం ఏమీ లేదు కాబట్టి 0. Y direction లో ఎన్ని యూనిట్లు? 2 యూనిట్స్, and that to negative direction of y-axis it will be -2. So 0, -2, and T will be finally, it is again on the negative direction of y-axis at -5. That means along the negative direction 5 units to be moved to reach that point. So x direction distance or x value is 0, y value will be -5. Now if you can observe, all these points are lie on the y-axis. So if you observe each and every point, x coordinate is 0. So now I will write the general form of a point on the y-axis. Can you guess, children? General format, not a 2, 3 like that. XY format we have to write. So what will be the general form of any point which lies on the y-axis? As we know that if it lies on y-axis, x direction distance must be 0. So x value is 0. Y will be something that we don't know, any value. If it is positive direction 1, 2, 3 something, negative direction 1, 2, 3 something. So that y I'm going, since it is a general format, I'm going to write it as 0, y. Yes, Reddy Kavya has given the correct answer. Children, very good. So 0, y, and NVN Jyoti Swarup has given the correct answer. Yes, and Layavardhan also given, and Kalesha Wali has given the correct answer, and Janaki Zero has given the correct answer. Yes, Jyoti Swarup also given, and Ramakrishna. So Reddy Kavya has given the correct answer, and yes, children, and if you are repeating, Shruti also given the correct answer. So I think it is clear. So now finally I will conclude this problem with this. If a point lies on y-axis and its x direction distance must be 0 and y will be something, that's where the general form of any point on the y-axis is 0, y. So with this we are concluding this problem and we are moving to the next one. Observe. Now try this question is given in your textbook. Observe, children. Which axis the points such as 0, x, 0, y, 0, 2 and 0, y lie? So if you observe all these points, the first one, so 0, x is the first point, and 0, y is the second point, and 0, 2 is the third point, and 0, -5 is the fourth point. If you observe all these points, x direction distance is 0, and along the x direction there is no movement. That means that to reach that point we have to move along the y direction. That means either upside or downside. That means that either positive direction of y-axis or negative direction of y-axis. That means that these all the points lie on, yes children, y-axis. So Siva Lingeshwara has given the correct answer, and Layavardhan, yes, Shivlingeshwara has given the correct answer. Good children, good. Yes, BTV Prasad also has given the correct answer. Not x-axis, it is y-axis. Yes, Anil has given, Nagas Jyoti has also given the correct answer. Hazib Ali has given the correct answer. Shyamala Reddy also given the correct answer. Talla Arun has also given the correct answer. Yes, children, very good. Yes, well done, well done. Keep chatting in the chat box whenever it is necessary. Yes, finally, the first question answer will be, so all the points lie on y-axis. So all points lie on y-axis. Yes. Second one, let us do that. What is the general form of the points which lie on x-axis? Yes. Since these points lie in, what is the general form of points lie on x-axis? Now, question is changed. If a point lie on x-axis, what is the general form? As I already discussed. So if it lie on x-axis, it has only x direction distance. That means along the x direction only. There is no y direction distance. That means it has only x value, no y value. No y value means y value must be 0. So then what will be the general form will be? Yes, yes children, yes. Shruti has given x comma 0. Yes, Ramakrishna also given x comma 0. Yes, and Kakarla also given the correct answer. Nagajyoti, Tarun Sai, Aruna Gampala has also given the correct answer. Yes, Srinivasa Rao Battula has also given the correct answer. Well done, children. Well done. Very good. Very good. So the general form will be x comma 0. Yes, that's all. These are not a complicated or big calculation questions. So the basic idea how the points will be, where the points will be, what is the general point, how to locate the point, on all these conditions only these questions are framed. Okay, now go for the next one. So this is very very important, children. From this, let us observe carefully and complete the table based on the following. So the first one itself is given for you. Abscissa means x value, ordinate means y value. Pradhama nirupakamu, dvitiya nirupakamu, or x nirupakamu, y nirupakamu, edaina avanochu. So that point is 3, 7, and this point, as we know that this is q1 and this is q2 in anti-clockwise direction, and this is q3 and this will be q4. Is it clear, children, for everyone? Yes. Observe carefully. Now these all the points. Now D, let us take it. D, where is D? If you observe, it is in Q1. So along the x direction, how many units distance? If you observe, it is minus 5 units. Sorry, 5 units. And along the y direction, it is how many units? This is 5 units. So abscissa is 5 and ordinate is also 5. So the point D can be denoted D of 5 comma 5. It lies in the quadrant Q1. So now quadrant Q1, since both are positive, we will write it as plus comma plus. This is. So we are writing only the signs. So if the point lies in, now I'm going to fill the second one. That is U. Observe this one. So this is along the negative x-axis 4 units, positive y-axis 6. So minus 4 comma 6. The quadrant is Q2. Now this is minus comma plus. Now let us write C. C, if we can observe, along the negative direction of x-axis, that is minus 3 units, along the positive direction of y-axis, if you can observe, this is. So how many units? 7 units. So abscissa is minus 3, ordinate is 7. So this point can be named as minus 3 comma 7. And this point also lies in the second quadrant, as we discussed previously. This is Q2. If you observe the point here, the first value sign is minus and the second one is plus. Is it clear, children, all of you? Yes. Now go for the next one. So minus 4 comma 3 and this is minus 4 comma minus 3, which lies on Q3. Observe this one. So this is the quadrant 3 and this point is A. And now this is minus comma minus. Now T I can observe. If this is T, observe this one. Along the negative direction of x-axis, T is minus 2 units. And along the negative direction of y-axis, this is, observe carefully, this is minus 6 units. So this is abscissa is minus 2 and ordinate is minus 6. Now this point can be named as T of minus 2 comma minus 6, and which it lies on Q3. So the sign, if you can take, both x and y are negative. So minus comma minus, that is. So now let us, it is given for I 4 comma minus 2. So that is I is 4 comma and it lies on Q4, quadrant 4. Observe that this is quadrant 4. And one more O. So O means this is the origin. As we know that, we already know that abscissa is 0 and ordinate is also 0. So the coordinates are O of 0 comma 0. So it does not lies in the quadrants. It is the meeting point of both x and y axis. 0 can be neither positive nor negative, so that we cannot able to write the sign for that. But this point lies on both x axis and y axis, not on the coordinates. So quadrants, sorry. So that is very, very important. And finally come to n. Here, if we can observe n here. So this n is along the x direction, it is 3 units, and along the y direction, if we can observe, this is minus negative direction of axis. So abscissa is 3 and the ordinate is minus 5. So finally the point n will be 3 comma minus 5, which it lies in Q4. If you observe Q4, so x value is positive and y value is negative. Is it clear, children? So from this, we can generalize one point, that is, yes. So if we can observe, every point on the first quadrant, both x and y are positive. Observe this one. And for every point in the second quadrant, since it is the union of negative x-axis and positive y-axis, so x value is negative, y value is positive. If you take the points in Q3, both x value is negative, y value also negative. If you take the points on Q4, x value is positive and y value is negative. So this is the basic idea which you have to know that. So for better understanding, children, instead of going for the problem, what I am doing is I will show you for more practice. So listen, children, I will share you one more screen, that is GeoGebra screen. I will share you plotting points. Observe carefully. Yes, children. I think now it is clear for you, for everyone. So observe, children, here. This is Q1 and this is Q2 and this is Q3 and this is Q4. Now, here I will plot some points on Q1. Let us observe first. And that point will display on the text box here in white box. I think it is clear for you. So now I will plot one point. Observe here. Here, observe this. This is the point A, which it is 2 comma 2. Now, in quadrant 1 only I am taking. Let us observe. This is the point 2 comma 3 along the x direction to y direction. Now this point you can observe 5 comma 2 along 5 y. Now I'm going to take this point. This is along the x direction 6, y direction 4, 6 comma 4. Now this point 8 comma 3. Observe, children. So this point, this is 8 comma 1. Suppose this point, if you can, x direction to y direction 6, which will be 2 comma 6. And this point, let us observe this one, 8 comma 6. Around 8 points I have denoted. And it is possible to denote few more points. Let us observe here. This point is along the x direction 4 units, y direction 5. So all these points which I plotted on the quadrant 1. If we can observe in quadrant 1, if you can observe here on the point screen, every point x value is positive, y value also positive. So what we can generalize is x is positive, y is positive. Such all points lie on Q1. Remember this. Now I'm moving to next one. I'm plotting some points here. Let us observe here. This is the point minus 3 comma 3, minus 4 comma 2. Observe carefully. Minus 6 comma 3, minus 8 comma 5, minus 4 comma 6, minus 10 comma 1, minus 2 comma 1, minus 4 comma 5. Observe that the red color marking particularly except I. So I again, which it is on the first quadrant, so that I am changing that is now. So all these points lie on the second quadrant. So if we can observe, x is negative and y is positive. So for every point in the second quadrant, x value is negative, y value is positive. Observe. Now I'm moving to the third one. Let us observe, children, carefully. Here I'm going to plot here this point. Observe here with green ink, with green letter it is showing. Observe here. So minus 7 comma minus 1. This is minus 5 comma minus 2. This is minus 4 comma minus 3. It is, observe that it is. So instead of wasting the time, quickly I am explaining, and I want to give the correct idea about this. So that observe this point, minus 7 comma 5. So since it is along the negative x-axis 7 units, negative y-axis 4 units, so that minus 7 comma minus this point, minus 3 comma minus 5. This is minus 1 comma minus 1. This is minus 10 comma minus 3. If you observe these all the points which lie on Q3, for every point in Q3, both x is negative and y also negative. Is it clear, children? Now I will show you some points in the next quadrant. Observe carefully here. Here, let us observe. This is I think, is it is visible? Okay, I will change the color. Yes. Now observe that this is A1 is 2 comma minus 1 here. B1 it is 4 comma minus 2. This is 5 comma minus 3. This is 2 comma minus 3. Now I am plotting the points completely in the quadrant 4. Observe keenly. 8 comma minus 2. 10 comma minus 3. 7 comma minus 4. If you observe, these all the points which are in pink color, that is violet color. So if you observe, all these points lie on Q4, and for each and every point the x value is positive and y value is negative. So this is the very basic idea, and we have to know about the points. And so by seeing that point, we have to say that it lies in which quadrant. If x and y both are positive, Q1 it lies. If x negative, y positive, it lies in Q2. If x negative, y negative, lies in Q3. X positive and y negative lies in Q4. I think children, with this you get the idea concretely, and you don't forget that this is the basic idea and which will be very much useful to you. So remember this, and I will explain again on the PowerPoint again. So observe. Yes, child. So here I'm going to write, observe clearly. So yes. Okay, here I will write first, before doing the problem, exercise problem. So let us write down what we have discussed now previously. So that is, so if x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0, x is positive and y is positive, in that case such x comma y belongs to, this is belongs to, lies in Q1. We have to remember this. And x is negative and y is positive. X is negative, x value is negative and y value is positive. X ऋणात्मक y धनात्मक. Then in such case x comma y belongs to Q2. Such all x y. Here x is negative, that means that. And now x is less than 0 and y also less than 0. In that case, x comma y belongs to Q3, and x positive and y negative, in that case x comma y belongs to Q4. Yes, these are the quadrant. And one more thing is, suppose x equal to 0 and y will be something, z something, whatever it may be. Z means it may be either positive or negative. Once again, x is 0. If x is 0 means there is no x direction distance. That means such all points x comma y belongs to y-axis. That means lie on y-axis. And x belongs to z and y equals to 0. So this implies that x is either positive or negative, whatever it may be, but y will be completely 0. In that case, x comma y belongs to x-axis, that is. So these are the 6 points we have to keep in mind. X positive, y positive, xy belongs to Q1. X negative, y positive, then xy belongs to Q2. X negative, y negative, xy belongs to Q3. and x positive, y negative, then xy belongs to Q4. Now we will start the exercise problems, and those are also simple questions. Yes, we will finish this one. So I think it is those are also easy questions, children. You can participate in that and write the quadrants. First one, so -2 comma 3. Observe that which quadrant it belongs. So x value is negative and y is positive. So x is negative. So from this it is very clear that second point which it lies belongs to Q2. And now come to the second one, 5 comma -3. Here x is positive and y is negative. So x is positive in either first quadrant or fourth quadrant, and y is negative, that means along the negative y direction, so it belongs to quadrant 4, so Q4. And the third point will be 4 comma 2. Here both x and y are, yes children, you are giving the answers and you are writing the quadrants. Very nice, very nice, well done. So but the thing is you have to mention the point and better write the quadrant, then it will be more clarity it will give. So 4 comma 2 belongs to Q1, and fourth point, that is -7 comma -6, that it belongs to, since both x is negative, y also negative, then this it belongs to Q3. And fifth point, let us write 0 comma 8. Let us observe here x value is 0. X is 0 means there is no x direction distance, that means it lies on y axis, and that too y is positive, therefore positive y axis. So we can mention like this, positive y axis. And the second one is 3 comma 0. Here x direction distance, but y is 0. Y 0 means there is no vertical distance or along the y direction, so it lies on x axis, and that too positive x axis, that point lies in. And finally two more are left, -7 comma 0, -4 comma 0. -4 comma 0 is, since here y value is 0, so y is 0 means there is no y distance, that means it lies on x axis, and that too x value is negative, so this lies in negative x axis. And finally the last one is 0 comma -6. Since x distance is 0, it lies on y axis, and that too y value is minus, so that is negative y axis. So we have to identify the points and where does each point that it lie. So is it clear, children? I think for you all. So once again, these points you have to keep in mind: xy positive Q1, xy both negative Q3. Like that you can remember. Both positive Q1, both negative Q3. Now we have to think of Q2 and Q4 only. First negative, second positive means Q2. First positive, second negative means Q4. And if x value is 0, lies on y-axis. If y value is 0, it lies on x-axis. So we have only 5 minutes time is left, and we can able to complete one more problem, and those are also easy, children. We can complete. And the second question solution. Write the abscissa and ordinate. Yes, we know that. What is abscissa? Abscissa means x coordinate. Ordinate means y coordinate. ప్రథమ నిరూపకాన్ని ద్వితీయ నిరూపకమే కనుక్కోమన్నాడు అంతే. So 4 comma -8. I think it is easy, children. What is the abscissa here? Here the abscissa is 4 and the ordinate is -8. That's all. సో ప్రథమ నిరూపకం అనేది 4, ద్వితీయ నిరూపకం ఏమో -8. In the same way you can complete. I think it is not a difficult question. So what is abscissa and what is ordinate? Prathama nirupakam enta, dvitiya nirupakam. So in the second question it is very clear. Abscissa is -5, ordinate is 3. So here this is -5 comma 3. So abscissa is -5 and ordinate is 3. Abscissa means prathama nirupakamu, ordinate dvitiya nirupakamu. In the same way which we can able to complete likewise. So I think those are not difficult questions, children. You can able to complete this is also, and we will move the next one also. Which are the following points lie on axis? I'll name the axis, and you can complete this also, children. So if it lies on axis, x axis or y axis, if it lie on x-axis, y value is 0. So ఆర్డినేట్ బికమ్ 0 అంటే ద్వితీయ నిరూపకం సున్నా అయ్యేవి y అక్షం మీద ఉంటాయి. ప్రథమ నిరూపకం సున్నా అయ్యేవన్నీ కూడా ప్రథమ నిరూపకం సున్నా అయితే y అక్షం మీద ఉంటాయి. ద్వితీయ నిరూపకం సున్నా అయితే x అక్షం మీద ఉంటాయి. If the y value is 0 lies on x axis, if the x value is 0 lies on y axis. So it is easy. So second one, since x value is 0 lie on y axis, and fifth one, x value 0 lie on y axis. Sixth one, y value is 0, therefore it lie on x axis, and 0 comma 0, as we know that it is the meeting point of both x and y axis, and this is origin, it lies both x axis and y axis. So children, with this today we are going to conclude the session, and you just once again I am requesting you all take the graph sheet and plot the points and confirm which point lies on which axis, and naming also very important. If you get the complete idea, then it will be easy for you to go for the next concept based on the coordinate geometry. I think you all will do that, and definitely you will complete this all the exercise in your notebook. I hope you all will so. And finally, what I want to say is stay at home, be safe. Thank you.